Siddhartha Gautama was born in the 6th century BCE. His birthplace was located in the Himalayan foothills. He experienced a life characterized by luxury and privilege. Initially, he was deliberately shielded from the suffering of the world. This early period set the stage for his future spiritual quest. His journey towards spiritual awakening began from these sheltered beginnings. Siddhartha Gautama, a prince, lived a sheltered life within his palace walls. Upon venturing outside, he encountered an old man, revealing the truth of aging. Next, he saw a sick man, which exposed him to the reality of illness and suffering. His third encounter was with a corpse, confronting him with the inevitability of death. Finally, he observed a wandering ascetic who embodied a path beyond worldly suffering. These four sights prompted Siddhartha to seek enlightenment and a release from suffering. Siddhartha, born into royalty, chose to renounce his privileged life. He embarked on a profound spiritual quest, seeking liberation from suffering. After 6 years of intense spiritual practice, he arrived in Bodh Gaya. While meditating under a sacred tree, Siddhartha achieved profound awakening. Upon this enlightenment, he became known as the Buddha, the Awakened One. Theravada, or the Way of the Elders, is a tradition established by the Buddha. It asserts a close adherence to the Buddha's original doctrines and practices. This represents the oldest surviving Buddhist school, preserving teachings for over 2 millennia. The teachings are meticulously preserved in the ancient Pali language. Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism, was born around 563 BCE. His birthplace was Lumbini, located in present-day Nepal. He belonged to the Shakya clan, a noble family. His father, King Suddhodana, confined him to the palace, surrounded by luxury. This was to prevent him from becoming a spiritual teacher, hoping he would be a great king. At the age of 29, Siddhartha lived a sheltered, princely life within palace walls. He then encountered the four sights: an old man, a sick man, a corpse, and an ascetic. These encounters revealed the universal realities of aging, illness, and death. The fourth sight, an ascetic, suggested a path to transcend suffering. This profound realization led Siddhartha to confront the nature of suffering. He subsequently abandoned his princely life to become a homeless seeker of truth. He initially studied with contemporary meditation teachers, mastering their techniques. Despite his mastery, he found these meditation techniques insufficient for achieving final liberation. Subsequently, he joined a group of 5 ascetics, embracing their rigorous practices. He engaged in extreme self-mortification, pushing his body to its limits. This severe asceticism brought him near death, yet still did not lead to spiritual awakening. Siddhartha recalled a childhood experience of natural meditative absorption. This memory highlighted a state of profound mental tranquility. He recognized the inadequacy of extreme indulgence and harsh asceticism. This realization led him to seek a middle way for spiritual progress. This insight became the guiding principle for his pursuit of awakening. Siddhartha Gautama sought enlightenment. Committing to deep meditation, he sat beneath the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, determined to achieve awakening. Siddhartha vowed not to rise until he fully comprehended the nature of reality. Through intense meditative focus, he penetrated profound truths about existence. At dawn, Siddhartha achieved complete enlightenment, becoming the Buddha. Following his profound awakening, the Buddha attained ultimate enlightenment. He initially hesitated to disseminate his newfound understanding. The Buddha perceived the truth as exceptionally profound and subtle. He believed many might not grasp its complexity or significance. The deity Brahma Sahampati then intervened, imploring the Buddha to teach. Brahma emphasized that some beings were ready and capable of understanding the Dharma. After attaining enlightenment, the Buddha resolved to share his profound insights with others. He journeyed to the deer park in Sarnath, seeking his 5 former ascetic companions. These companions had previously practiced severe asceticism alongside him. Initially, they were reluctant to engage with him, recalling his departure from their ascetic path. However, they perceived a transformative change in his demeanor and presence. Recognizing his spiritual advancement, they set aside their reservations and welcomed him. The Buddha's first sermon is known as Setting in Motion the Wheel of Dhamma. In this sermon, the Buddha articulated the fundamental principle of the middle way. This path advocates for avoiding the extremes of sensual indulgence. It also advises against the practice of extreme self-mortification. The middle way offers a balanced approach to spiritual practice and living. The Four Noble Truths form the foundational framework of Buddhist teachings. These truths address the fundamental nature of suffering in existence. They explain the origin of suffering and its potential cessation. Finally, they outline the path leading to the cessation of suffering. The Four Noble Truths form the fundamental framework of Buddhist teachings. The first truth, Dukkha, acknowledges the universal presence of suffering, or dissatisfaction in life. Samudaya, the second truth, identifies craving and attachment as the origin of this suffering. Nirodha, the third truth, asserts that the cessation of suffering is indeed possible. Magga, the fourth truth, reveals the path to cessation, the Noble Eightfold Path. The Four Noble Truths in Buddhism each have a corresponding task for spiritual development. The first task is to fully comprehend the nature and reality of suffering, dukkha. The second task involves abandoning the origin of suffering, which is craving or attachment. The third task is to realize the cessation of suffering, achieving a state of liberation. The fourth task requires developing the path leading to the cessation of suffering. The Buddha attained complete awakening by fully understanding and accomplishing these four tasks. Buddhism is fundamentally defined by its core principles, known as the three jewels. The first jewel is the Buddha, representing the enlightened teacher, Siddhartha Gautama. The second jewel is the Dhamma, encompassing the profound teachings and doctrines of the Buddha. The third jewel is the Sangha, which signifies the community of Buddhist practitioners. Taking refuge in these three elements is the foundational act of becoming a Buddhist. This act signifies a commitment to the path of enlightenment and spiritual practice. The Buddha's first sermon marked a pivotal moment in the establishment of the Buddhist monastic community. 5 ascetics, who were present at this sermon, became the initial members of this community. This group formed the foundation of the Sangha, the monastic order in Buddhism. Over 45 years, the Buddha extensively taught his doctrines, attracting many followers. His teachings led to the rapid expansion of the Sangha, drawing diverse individuals into its fold. The Sangha, the Buddhist monastic community, was structured by a comprehensive set of rules known as the Vinaya. The Vinaya functions as a monastic discipline, providing detailed guidelines for daily life within the Sangha. These guidelines cover various aspects, including appropriate dress for monks and nuns. They also dictate dietary practices and regulations concerning residents. Furthermore, the Vinaya outlines procedures for resolving disputes within the monastic community. These rules, preserved in the Vinaya Pitaka, continue to guide Theravada Buddhist monks today. The laity played a crucial role in supporting monastic communities. They provided essential material support to the monks, including food and clothing. This support also extended to shelter and medicine, ensuring the monks' well-being. By offering these provisions, the laity accumulated merit, a spiritual benefit. In return, the monks offered spiritual guidance and taught the Dhamma. This exchange fostered a reciprocal relationship, benefiting both the laity and the monks. The Noble Eightfold Path is a fundamental Buddhist teaching. It is outlined in the Fourth Noble Truth as the practical means to cease suffering. This path is not a linear sequence of steps, but an interconnected set of factors. These factors are to be cultivated simultaneously for spiritual development. The Noble Eightfold Path is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism, guiding practitioners toward liberation. It comprises 8 interconnected factors, each crucial for spiritual development and the cessation of suffering. These factors include right view and right resolve, focusing on wisdom and ethical intention; right speech, right action, and right livelihood, address ethical conduct in daily life; right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, cultivate mental discipline and awareness. Each component contributes synergistically to the overall path, fostering holistic personal growth. The Eightfold Path is categorized into 3 essential trainings: virtue, sila, concentration, samadhi, and wisdom, panya. Virtue, sila, encompasses ethical conduct, comprising right speech, right action, and right livelihood. Concentration, samadhi, focuses on mental discipline, formed by right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Wisdom, panya, involves insight and understanding, consisting of right view and right resolve. These 3 trainings provide a comprehensive framework for spiritual development and liberation. The path to liberation involves mutually reinforcing factors, creating an upward spiral of development. Virtue calms the mind, which in turn deepens concentration and mental focus. Concentration sharpens the mind, enabling the development of profound wisdom. Wisdom then strengthens commitment to virtue, completing a cycle that leads towards liberation. Nibbana, also known as nirvana, represents the ultimate goal within this spiritual path. It signifies the complete cessation of fundamental afflictions, greed, hatred, and delusion. Nibbana is not a physical location or a transient state, but the unconditioned end of suffering. This profound realization is attainable in this life by arahants, who are fully enlightened beings. Following the Buddha's passing at age 80, his disciples convened the first council. The council was held at Rajagaha with the primary aim of preserving the Buddha's teachings. Upali recited the Vinaya, and Ananda recited the Suttas, forming the core of the Pali Canon. These recitations were verified and approved by 500 enlightened monks, ensuring doctrinal accuracy.